How is it going, everybody? Sean Ross here, and welcome back to the channel, guys. And I hope you all are doing well, because it is time for My Hero Academia. And damn, the chapter came out a day earlier. In fact, all weekly Shonen Jump chapters came out a day early. I'm not sure what's going on with Japan with these recent weeks of these holidays they have been having, but this is like the third or fourth time that we've gotten an early chapter within the past month or two. Really curious on what's going on there, but these early chapters really mess up my schedule. I have to wait all day today to not read the chapter to avoid spoilers, and that was tough. It's tough sitting there being like, you know the chapter's out, but you can't read it just yet, because I like sharing my reaction with all of you guys. So I am here now, and I am ready to dive into chapter 201 of My Hero Academia, which is entitled Look Ahead to the Future. So that's an interesting title, but we are coming off of chapter 200, which once again, congratulations to Horikoshi and his staff for reaching chapter 200 for MHA. And yes, last week's chapter was a really short chapter, only 11 pages, and I'm hoping that with these chapters moving forward, we will see a gradual increase in the page count length. But last week's chapter, we had good developments with Class B. We saw Kinoko's quirk in action of Mushroom, Manga's quirk of bringing onomatopoeias into life, and then the rivalry of Kendo going up against Momo, and Momo creating something by the ending of the chapter. We don't know what exactly yet, but I'm hoping it will give Class A some type of an advantage, that way they can fight back against Class B. Because as things are going, I think Class B might be taking this win unless Momo can pull something and put a strategy together. So I'm very excited to dive into this chapter to see whether or not this concludes the second match, or we will continue on into the next chapter. But without further ado, guys, let's dive into chapter 201 of My Hero Academia. And we're starting off with Kendo shocked, and she says, "What the?"
Surprise, motherfucker.
A cannon. Of course. Of course. It makes so much sense. That's Momo's go-to move. She loves making these cannons. She did it at the sports festival, she did it in the Beast Forest, and I believe she did it one other time, but she's made this cannon a lot. She's even made it in the movie, so you know how the famous saying goes,
bitches love cannons.
Alucard would be so proud right now of Momo, but she's aiming that directly at Kendo, so is she going to fire that point-blank range at Kendo? Does it actually have ammunition, or is something else in there? I'm curious to see what Momo's game plan is with this cannon. So Kendo screams, "What the?" A cannon. Fire off the signal for your counter attack. It takes quite some time to create large objects. So while she was blocking all of those consecutive punches, she was building up the energy and the lipids to create this cannon. Is she trying to kill her or something? So Tetsu is shocked by this. She likes cannons, eh? We have another person who appreciates the bitches love cannon. Alucard would like him as well. No way, it has to be a bluff. But wait a minute. Could she be aiming for the... And Momo just turns that cannon away from Kendo. She's aiming at a different target, but Kendo was jumping backwards from that, and Momo says, "I apologize for startling you." You really do like to think on the dangerous side, don't you? So Kendo's like, "What's going on with you right here? At the moment of impact, I'll make my hands bigger." So she's moving in to attack Momo, make her hands bigger, and she hit Momo. She got her, but the cannon was able to fire off something, so she got something off in time. Twin giant fist. So Kendo just hit Momo with both of her hands. You can see Momo took some injuries right there, and she shot something over a wall. It wasn't for destroying the wall, she shot something upward. I knew full well that once you took the match to your strong suit, I'd probably have no chance. And she's creating something else, even though she's like really injured right now. So I'm not sure if Momo can actually win in this situation against Kendo. But what did she fire off? However, help. And we just see the field of mushrooms. Oh man, this would be a person with allergies' worst nightmare.
I cannot stop twinkling.
Can't stop twinkling! So Aoyama's hero name. He got captured again by Kurohiro? Vanta Black. He was waiting. He was in that mushroom, and he was waiting for the best time to strike, and he came out and he stole Aoyama away from Tokoyami. cursed fungus, and Tokoyami's just covered in mushrooms. We see sound effects and onomatopoeias. One of them hits Tokoyami out of the sky, so Manga was able to fire off an attack.
What?
Toru is completely covered head to toe in mushrooms, and she's like, bleh, get this stuff off me, my curves are showing. So Tokoyami's shocked, and he's like, invisible girl. Yaoyorozu's been separated from us too. They've all concealed themselves and have us surrounded with the perfect formation to slowly strangle the life out of our team. They're strong, repulsively strong. So Class B has concealed their scent, they are hiding in the environment, and their leader, Momo, is off with Kendo on the other side of that gigantic onomatopoeia. So we don't really have anyone who can strategize from Tokoyami, Toru, and Aoyama. And Aoyama just kind of got captured by Kurohiro, so are we down to Tokoyami and Toru right now? Things are not looking good for Class A in this situation. Komori, Fukudashi, Kurohiro. And we have our mushroom girl, Kinoko. She's just standing there, shroom, shroom. I love her personality. I cannot wait to see her animated during this arc, once we get to that in like season 5 or 6 of the anime. If we aren't able to sniff out their location soon, and then we have Manga Fukudashi. Oh, he's panting a bit. My throat's getting a little sore. He's been burping out a few too many onomatopoeias. We're done for. Boing. So another sound effect just went off. Tokoyami hears it. That wasn't Fukudashi. Came from beyond the wall. It was Yaoyorozu. In other words, it's something to enable our victory. So the thing that she shot over the wall, she shot it in the perfect location because it's heading right towards Tokoyami. But what? It looks like a bag. So Dark Shadow lifts Tokoyami and Toru up into the sky. They are going after it. And Manga and Kinoko are looking up. They're shocked at where they're going. And yeah, she shot a bag. Yaoyorozu's lucky bag. So not only did she create the cannon, but she created this bag and whatever is within the bag. Makes sense that it took a long time to make this because who knows what's in this bag? What did she give Tokoyami to hopefully give Class A somewhat of an advantage? This is. And then we shift over to Class B with Kurohiro just seeping out of the darkness. Hey, Komori, I can't hear you. I captured Aoyama, so Aoyama's been captured. Woohoo! As expected of Kurohiro, but I mustn't. Wow, that mushroom pun right there. I don't know why I didn't expect that from her. Of course she would be making mushroom puns. As expected of Kurohiro, but I mustn't ask you to keep up the good work and capture the remaining two. Right, as expected of Kurohiro. They've got no idea where we're hiding, so let's she take the initiative and attack them all together. Komori? Are you sure they don't know where we're hiding? Because one of them's heading straight for us.
Run.
Yo, Tokoyami's got night vision. Our edgelord can see into the darkness. He can see into the dark abyss. No one can hide from him because he is the master of all that is dark. Infrared goggles. Anyone I look at with these can be spotted much more easily. I stare into the abyss and the abyss stares back. That right there is the perfect line I think ever uttered from Tokoyami. That is perfect. I stare into the abyss, and the abyss stares back. I love it. Lucky bag. But what's inside? So rummaging through the bag, I'll carry it. These are goggles and ethanol. It's an antifungal spray, so to get all of that gunk off of Toru. Based on the design of the goggles, they're probably for you, Tokoyami. Words are unneeded. He knows what he needs to do. Your intentions have already come through to me. So without even telling them the game plan, just giving them this equipment, Tokoyami and Toru are now moving in with their strategy while Momo is doing something with Kendo. So everyone, remain calm. First of all, let's regroup. Yaoyorozu, you had already thought of all this way back then. I thought so, because why else would she try to regroup the team? Because she already thought of a strategy. She just wanted to calm everyone down from being covered in the mushrooms. That way they could formulate their strategy and a game plan. Whoa, whoa! Tokoyami is zooming straight towards Komori. And you too. You know, I found it quite odd that the mushrooms weren't sprouting from anyone on Class B's side.
NANI?
Did Toru just take off her gloves and shoes? Is she invisible and behind manga right now? You sterilized them ahead of time, didn't you? So Toru realized that no one in Class B is getting covered by the mushrooms, so they must have covered themselves in the ethanol, so that way they would not be affected. And now that Toru is all clean and invisible, she's sneaking up on Fugadashi. Very nice, Toru. Very nice. Now that I know your whereabouts, I've got you in my clutches. A surging gale from which you can neither run nor hide. And I like this side panel here of Tokoyami in Dark Shadow. Just the pose that he is making. Yeah, that is awesome. My master, Hawks, saith, speed is the greatest weapon. Well, Hawks is the man that does go too fast, so it makes sense that he would prioritize speed above everything else. Ooh, he just swiped at Kinoko and Kurohiro. Black Ink Sabbath. Ooh, Black Sabbath reference. All right. That fits so well with Tokoyami, honestly. Yeah, Black fucking Sabbath. But look at that. He basically looks like he's got Dark Shadow as gloves. That is a cool look with the Black Abyss ultimate move that he's using right there. But it seems that Kinoko and Kurohiro were able to dodge. He's fast. Damn, I need to hide in black. Looking for something black? That right there is smart. He's using his cape to catch Kurohiro and to hold him within it. That's cool. Here's my cape, and he's scrunching him into it. And Dark Shadow ended up capturing and is holding on to Kinoko. I got her, Fumikage. So long as you can't move, I've got nothing to fear. Time to throw you in. And he's coughing. And then Dark Shadow's looking back. Fumikage, like, what's wrong? So sorry. It's hardly cute, so I kept it sealed. But losing the match without using it would be much worse. Still using those mushroom puns. In my windpipe. Does he have mushrooms growing in his throat? That's horrifying. Attack his lungs. Schizophilium. Kumian-chan. So some type of mushroom is currently growing inside of Tokoyami's lungs, inhibiting himself to breathe. That's just scary. Holy crap, Kinoko. I honestly did not expect Horikoshi would ever do something like that. But damn, Tokoyami is basically choking from the inside. And then we have Monoma talking over here. Although Komori has very low combat abilities, she is one to be feared. You slipped up treating this as mere training, Tokoyami. You should have knocked her unconscious. That's actually not bad advice coming from Monoma, because if this was a real match, you would want to knock out the villains you are capturing. And since he didn't, he's paying the ultimate price because she's basically choking him from the inside. That is crazy. And then moving down, we see Invisible Girl just throwing punches and possibly kicks at Manga, and he has no idea where she is, where these punches are coming from.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
You're the one hitting me!
Yeah, I can't see anything. I have no idea what's going on. I need to hurry and finish off Fukadashi so I can help everyone else. I'm worried about Tokoyami and Yaomomo. I'm invisible and invisible. Using those two words right there within that sentence, it does in fact work with her, but yeah, Toru's putting in work. I mean, she can't do much, so might as well start doing some karate on Manga.
Gotta get quiet.
Kendo's hand come out of the shadows, so she just grabbed a hold of Toru. Sorry I'm late. and she's trying to like wiggle out of the clutches of Kendo. Kendo, you saved me. Wait, what's all this? Well, I did manage to knock her out, but she still got me. Wow. So Momo did get defeated, but Kendo had to walk all the way over here with Momo tied to her, and then also having the cannon attached to Momo.
Get that bitch a cannon. Bitches love cannons.
She tied me up while still attached to that cannon. It's seriously hard for me to move like this. Wow, Momo got defeated. So Class A is losing right now. I think Class A just lost. Everything she created was done with a purpose as she looked ahead to what was coming next. I don't really feel like I won. Is it weird to say that even though Momo's knocked out, she looks rather adorable in this side panel? She just looks amazing and gorgeous. So Tokoyami's still coughing and hacking up these mushrooms. Fumikage. So you used that, huh, Komori? If I hadn't, they would have taken me out. You really lived up to your reputation, Kendo, and Tetsu's cheering for his classmates. Oh, yeah! I hope she doesn't get all discouraged again. I liked what Todoroki was saying last chapter about not underestimating Momo, but even though she was able to come up with a strategy, they still ended up losing in the end. Yaoyorozu seems like she'd be a great leader. I got to see a lot of Plus Ultra in this match. I'm very satisfied, and Midnight's just shuddering with ecstasy. Clang, prison doors shut, defeated, but they've demonstrated their growth. Come on in, says the Nezu. Second set, a 4-0 victory for Class B. End of chapter 201. And that is the end of the chapter. And this chapter was actually 2 pages longer than last week, so we're increasing in the page length. But yeah, we've reached the end of the second match. Class A lost, which I think majority of us were kind of expecting this to be the outcome. I like the fight that Class A put up until the very end. Momo, from looking at last chapter and this chapter, she got fatigued a lot with going up against Kendo in her element. You know, hand-to-hand combat is Kendo's strength. That's not really Momo's strength. So she had to waste a lot of energy creating those shields, blocking those attacks, while creating that cannon, Yaoyorozu's lucky bag, and then all of the gadgets within it. So she wasted a lot of time and energy having to do that to give her team a fighting chance. But in the end, Class B was just acting more as a team. And that is just something I noticed throughout this second match. Class A was not using their teamwork to its fullest extent. Class B had plans A, B, and C put together, and they were working flawlessly as a unit, as a team, and that's what has led to Class B's victory. So now that we can update the scoreboard, Class B has won the second match, and we are currently 1-1 with Class A winning one match and Class B winning another. But okay, so we're at the end of the second match. Next chapter, we will see the start of the third match, which I believe is Todoroki's team with Ida, Shoji, and one other person. I'm trying to remember who it is. I think it might be Sato? No, it's Ojiro. I think Ojiro is on that team. I think it's Ojiro, Todoroki, Shoji, and Ida going up against Tetsu, and Pony Girls I know is on that team. I'm very curious to learn more about her quirk and to see what we're actually going to get for the third match. But yeah, that right there, guys, is my live reaction to chapter 201 of My Hero Academia. But now I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on this latest chapter. What were your positives? What were your negatives? Which team were you rooting for to come out victorious in the end? Was it Class A or Class B? And are you satisfied with the conclusion? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you guys want to talk more about My Hero Academia, feel free to follow me on Twitter. A link to my Twitter account can be found in the description down below. Feel free to subscribe so we can talk more about My Hero Academia here on the channel. But yeah, that's going to do it for me here. So until next week, when we have chapter 202 of My Hero Academia, I'll talk to you guys next time. But remember, go beyond, plus ultra.